What happened today because you didn't drink? That's my question for you. And I think you can answer this whether you're on day 1 or day 100. And it's such an important thing to reflect on because alcohol-free living really is a mindset game. And when you notice the little things that shift and change when you're not drinking, it's going to fire up your motivation to continue with this. And I want to stress that this type of exercise is about the teeny tiny things. It's about drilling down into the specifics, into the nitty gritty, finding something really small and appreciating it. That matters. It matters because when it comes to alcohol and sobriety, I think we're all a bit guilty of generalizing and kind of looking to the extremes first. A lot of people still talk about those cliched stereotypes of rock bottom drinking as if you have to be drinking shots first thing in the morning in order to decide that things have gone a bit too far. And then when people quit drinking, the ones who often get a lot of attention are the people who've completely turned their lives around, or they've lost loads of weight, or they've started running marathons or something like that. And obviously those things do happen, of course. But for most of the women who I work with, life is about the grey area, between those two extremes and making changes within this space. The women I work with have lives that already look pretty great on the outside, and they're doing a pretty great job of keeping up appearances. I think most other people wouldn't know how much they drink every evening after work, or in the kitchen, or in front of the TV. It's a very secret, hidden problem. You'd have to be watching them very closely, or maybe even living with them, to know that anything was amiss. And that means that sometimes the benefits of quitting drinking are that little bit subtler as well. But they are there. Oh, they're there. And when you take a moment to pause and reflect, you can see that there are loads and loads and loads of benefits and things to be grateful for. The key to this is getting into the specifics. You want to find the stuff that might not seem all that big or dramatic on the surface, but it makes a difference to you. Because life is about the little things, isn't it? I think so much of life is created in the moments as we rush from one thing to another. I asked some of the women who've taken my Getting Unstuck course to answer this same question, and I thought I'd share some of their answers with you to give you a sense of what I'm talking about here. So Marianne says, because I was sober today, I had the patience to read to my kids at bedtime without thinking about my glass of wine downstairs. Claire says, because I was sober today, I wasn't panicked when a client turned up early for her early morning appointment because I was already ready. Angela says, because I was sober today, I drove my kids to school without worrying that I might be unsafe to drive. I know that's a worry for many people. And Tony says, because I was sober today, I was confident enough to challenge my boss and give him constructive feedback because I can now think clearly and I'm able to respond thoughtfully. So can you see how super specific those examples were? I mean, of course, no one quits drinking exclusively because they want to be able to handle their boss better, but my goodness, that's an unexpected benefit that you want to acknowledge and appreciate. Your brain is naturally wired to be quite negative, so it will overlook those small things like having more time, feeling a bit calmer, being prepared. You will overlook this stuff. You will, until you take a moment to pause and reflect and consciously think about it. So now it is your turn. In the comments below, please go ahead and finish the sentence, because I was sober today. Doesn't matter where you are on this alcohol-free journey. I know sobriety will be making some small but mighty differences to your life, and I would love to hear about it.